ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Horned Frogs will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Colorado's offense will get the first possession of the game. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
Here comes the offense on second down. The play-action fake. Bring in the heat. And this is not the way they envisioned the opening drive going, with the 3rd and long coming up. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
There's not a quarterback in college football that's not going to be successful with that much time to throw the football. And I think, Reese, I think I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next room, and he doesn't sound happy. No words that we could use on this broadcast.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Miller. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll try the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to throw, it's Salter. Finds his man. It's Williams. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
On the option. He'll toss it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Snagged out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. That's a live ball. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The sure hands, it's Miller. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the first down. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Last year's return to prominence for Colorado was fueled by a couple of superstars, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy and giving this whole program a bolt.
They also lost Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback, so losing a lot of talent on the field, but there are a lot of eyes on this program now for obvious reasons, and because of the guy running the program, they're always recruiting extremely well. There's new talent coming in the building. Nobody can overlook Colorado anymore.
Well, it's crazy because the list of Hall of Fame coaches are incredible. I mean, you just go down the list, and I've heard of that guy, heard of that guy, heard of that guy, and so they're starting to recruit better and get more talent. Can they solidify the line of scrimmage? That's what's been the key for Colorado. Can they be physical and tough up front?
Flips it out on the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Oh, they're after him. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
That's the danger as a defense. When you blitz this guy on 3rd down, if you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right.
Complete to the wideout. Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
4th down, here comes the field goal team. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And, man, this one getting off to a slow start, trying to get some points on the board, and the dreaded doink. And listen, points at a premium right now because nobody scored. But, man, that was inches away from being really good. We're still tied 0-0.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Now on 2nd down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On the move, he fires. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that 1st.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Grab near the sticks, it's Payne. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
He's looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for room, it's Payne. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Welch. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Caught near the sticks. It's Miller. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Salter. Gets it out quickly. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Yeah, the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Makes the catch. It's Miller. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Got it, looking for the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
And the Buffaloes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You you can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Hoover. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Got it in the middle. It's McAllister. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McAllister. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quickly complete. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
And the Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Oh, he's got a chance. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Gonna run it. It's Payne. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looking downfield, it's Hoover. He's got an open man. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Offense breaks the huddle, it's 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Salter. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, it's Williams. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, 1st down.
They just keep firing. Snagged in the middle, it's Hayden. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Finds his man, it's Miller. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot. And you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Come on, quarterback. You cannot take a sack holding on to the football that long. That quarterback had it for at least 5 seconds on that play. At that point, if no one's open, throw it away or take off running. But you cannot take a sack there.
The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Miller.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He'll pull it on the read. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Looking for a man, it's Salter. Firing to the right, complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Wants to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's Miller. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Catch in the middle, it's Atkins. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Tight end now in motion. On the run, it's Welsh. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge
touchdown, Colorado! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Number 4, the catch and score.
The extra point here would tie the game.
For the extra point.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
They'll run it from the gun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Hoover. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off play action. He hurls one deep down the left side.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's McAllister. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
That's caught. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Here's the pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Brings up second.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Makes the grab. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Brings it to the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Got his man on the right. Come out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the tailback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
Guys, this is the kind of finish we hoped for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. Back to pass, it's Hoover. And that pass was knocked down, but I think this flag is going to negate a good defensive play. The defense was in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is...
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Hornfrog! In the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
PAT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They took it 68 yards on that drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Welch. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. To the air on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Last chance coming up. Caught close to the marker, it's Miller. He steps out of bounds, but